Okay.
Denzel.
So, how do you feel about people recording an unlawful act by the police on black and brown people? And well, yeah. How do you feel about that? I'm gonna ask that question first. What's the pros and cons?
It's depressing. It's disgusting to watch.
Would you record or would
It's
you?
sickening to watch. Honestly, I don't know how I would act in that situation. I don't think anyone could really answer. It's easy to be like, oh, I would do XYZ.
Yeah.
But then when you're in
Until
that
you're there,
situation, because it's like if you look at all the people who have recorded, they just record. Like it's rare when I actually see or like see the person behind the camera doing anything other than like maybe yelling for the police to stop, or they're just probably silent recording everything. But I don't. It's not like they put the camera down and jump in. Have you seen that? Where they jump in or they're just recording? But even regardless, it's sad to watch, but I feel like it's very necessary to have it out there for people to see. That's it.
It's definitely two sides to it. I definitely agree. I do feel like it could be a balance of both. Like you can have people recording because there's gonna be people who just wanna just record and get this, wanna be the person to say that
They
I
got
got the
it.
recording.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got people who's like, yo, bro, now I can't just stand here and let this shit rock.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like some of those people need to stand up and then there need to be like some follow ups behind that. You know what I'm saying? That way you're getting a recording of actual action being taken.
People are just afraid to die.
I think that
That's just the
yeah.
reality. That's
Yeah.
why I feel like people don't jump in. It's like it's like if you're in that situation, it's like, all right, well,
My
I'm
life
doing
over
my
yours.
part. I'm doing my part and I'm at least recording so the world can see this. But I don't want to be the one to get shot. I don't want to be the one to get hurt or to never see my kids or my family again. Like, and that's just the reality of it.
That's
Like at the end
fair,
of the
too.
day, you're gonna protect yourself.
I think a lot
You
of
want to
people-
do the right thing, but you also want to protect your life. And unfortunately, cops have guns. They have other ways to kill you. I mean, they don't even need a gun now to kill you. They could just fucking put a knee on your neck and you'll die. You feel me? So it's just like you're gonna protect yourself.
a lot of people are scared though to even jump in.
Yeah.
Like not, and it's just they don't even know how to. Like first of all, we don't know the laws. We don't know what our rights are. So it's like we don't
Strategize.
yeah, we don't know what they can do. We just think everything they say is the law. Everything they do is the law.
We're misguided.
We are misguided, we're mistaught, we're
Informed.
On purpose.
everything. We're it's been
Years.
we've just been programmed to be fucked up in this way. So, we're so how do I feel about it? I hate seeing it. Even before it became this as popular as I don't want to say popular, but as notorious as it is now, it's been going on since I was a child in the 80s. It's always been there. We always knew about it as black people that this happens in our community, this happens to us, but there was nothing we can do about it. Now we see it on TV with the hope of maybe the opposition will stand up and say something.
The hope.
With the hope,
Even
maybe
with the
they'll
proof.
stand up for us. Maybe they'll have
with
our
proof,
back.
Even with proof, we still got a hope.
But you know what they tell us? Why did you resist? Why didn't you just comply? So it's like, are you not watching what the fuck we watching? They put this man, a man was murdered by the police officer, and they had this entire defense that, it was asthma that caused the death. It was drugs that caused his
Yeah,
death.
he was a felon, or he gave
Oh,
him a fake 20. Like, bruh, none of that should equate to somebody losing their life. White, black, brown, yellow, like, no equation equates to that.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a somber note to end on.
No, I was just thinking like there's no real change that's going to happen and I don't believe in my lifetime. Maybe not even in my children's lifetime. Unfortunately. Talks about change are happening, but until like all these racist assholes just completely die off. Like, there's really nothing that I really see being done. I'm jaded, and I don't know. That's just how I feel
I
about
don't think
it.
they're gonna die off because
Because they're giving birth and raising other fucking bigots just like
Exactly.
them. So it's just
Exactly.
like,
exactly. Even if
that's
they're not trying, like their kids are just following in their
that's
footsteps.
why I don't really feel hopeful for anything. Like, yeah, okay, cool, he got convicted, but
Yeah,
I'm
it's
50
fucked up.
50 because I always say, like, hey, fucking, they, as much as they hate us and they don't want us here, they fuck with our culture, they fuck with how we dress, our music,
they
our
monetize.
food, our hair.
Monetize.
They
Like,
monetize off of black
everything
culture.
that has to do with us, these motherfuckers would pay millions of dollars just to look like us, just to look like our women, just to look like our men.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but they want to get rid of us.
So
You know what I'm
they
saying? Like,
freed the slaves.
so I'm 50-50.
I'm
Like,
saying-
I'm hopeful, but I'm also like pessimistic.
Like you said, they benefit off us. They freed the slaves, but then they figured out ways that they can
Get
still
free.
capitalize off for us and our cultures.
Mm-hmm.
They just turned slavery and made it something completely different.
Pretty much
Gave it a different name,
Turned-
gave it a
they
different
turned
look.
Slave catchers to police.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always a way for them to the oppressors to continue to oppress.
They call it stealing. What they call it?
What you want?
Um.
Colonization?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Say that again. They call stealing colonization.
They pretty much stole everything, and they call it.
Oh, I see.
Colonization.
I see. I see what you mean.
Yes. Yes.
They
They did.
stole everything.
Correct. Yes.
No originality
None.
at all. Like nothing.
So, all right. What are the negative effects of?
Never mind.
No. What are the negative effects of recording police brutality?
I would just say the mental health. Like, just seeing that shit is depressing.
Yeah.
And like I said, like,
graphicness.
it's not really much change that's really coming from that. So it's just kind of like you feel hopeless.
Are you desensitized to it?
I feel I'm desensitized to it.
Like another one is like.
It's another one gone.
like,
Another one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. And that's the cons of recording. But I feel like if we wasn't seeing that, I feel like a lot of us, even black people, would be blind or oblivious to what to some type of reality. Because there's some black people out there that feel like that's on the side. Well, why did he resist?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Not many though. I don't think there's many.
isn't.
Well, I hope not. But
yeah, you'd be surprised.
What year were y'all born?
92.
92.
baby.
So y'all don't remember Rodney King.
Of course.
Y'all know who he is.
I know
Yeah.
this. I know
But
what
that
Y'all
happened.
were 2 years old.
Yeah.
We were very young.
I was 10. I remember this. That was insane. The fact that all of those police officers got off. That shit was on camera, and I mean, it's not like they like
No, they fucked him up.
they like
Visually.
you know what I'm saying?
They fucked
And
them
this
up.
was before the camera phone era,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it was happening in '94, and it's still happening now.
All in your face.
Yes, and it
Man, like-
still happens to this day, and it's like that happened then. Look at the riot. Look at there was no like there was nothing that happened to these police officers then, and it's
Oh.
still it's like, so that just it's like you feel defeated.
Yeah. It's
like,
like,
why?
fuck the justice system. There is no justice for minorities.
And therefore, there would
Honestly.
be no peace.
I'm gonna ask both of y'all this then. Let me ask
Yeah.
Matt first. Have you been pulled over by the cops before?
Yes.
How did you feel when you got pulled over? What like when you saw the flashing lights? What went through your mind?
I was like, oh shit. Like, oh shit. I hope it's not a white person. And it wasn't, thank God.
Okay. Why did you say like? Why did you think that way?
I don't know. I just did. It was like an instant feeling.
Okay, so that was your initial reaction.
I was
when
like,
you
I
got
just
pulled
hope it's not a white cop. Because if it's a white cop, I don't know. Then again, I'm a woman. It probably would have went different, but I don't know. I don't know.
over? Okay.
Women get shot too.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just
Rest in
like,
peace, Breonna Taylor. She was asleep.
I was just hoping it wasn't a white cop, and it wasn't. They were both Spanish like me, and it was a Spanish woman who pulled me over. and that was it.
You felt comfortable
I was gonna
afterwards?
ask, yeah.
I just still didn't feel comfortable because it's like you're still a cop, and it's like what bullshit. And then it's like the reason why she stopped me was some bullshit. It didn't even make any sense to me. But she was in training, so whatever. She was just doing her job.
Okay, comfortable, but did you feel
Relieved.
safer? Like, you know what?
I
don't
felt a
think
little bit
anything's
safer.
gonna happen to me.
Yeah, I felt safer.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like but I still was like, all right, I'm gonna move my hands. I'm gonna search for it because she asked for registration and all that. And she was like, yeah, it's fine, no worries. Like she was calm about it, so that kind of like put me at ease too.
So one thing I always feel is that we need to police ourselves, because that girl that police officer may have been from the Bronx. She may have been from like the Heights. She interacts with people who look like you on a daily basis.
Right.
Interacts with people like you on a daily basis. So
Right.
she may be more comfortable with you, your reactions to things, your mannerism, the way you behave.
Yeah.
Whereas someone that's not us
Right.
takes everything that we do aggressively. You know, especially when like you have movies like Birth of a Nation that taught that black man was the ultimate villain, and these people were taught that, and that was just programmed to their brain. So now when they see us, they're just scared.
You're on guard already.
Yeah.
They're on guard already.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask the same question to Denzel. Have you been pulled over by the police?
I have.
And what was your initial reaction when you saw those flashing lights?
Relax.
You were
Relax.
you were telling yourself to relax?
Yeah, relax. Because if I trip out right now, they may see that I'm nervous, and it's gonna make them nervous, and that's all they need to pull a little trigger and be like, "Oh, well, I feared for my life."
Mm-hmm.
So I need to tell myself, relax. I'm a black man. On top of that, I got dreads, well, locks, and on top of that, and I'm dark skinned. So it's just like I'm just unsettling to the average white person.
The fact you even have to tell yourself that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to talk to yourself
Yeah,
and just
I
say
had to tell
something.
you, like, just relax. Just keep your hands on the wheel. Don't basically don't be comfortable. Just be alert.
Mm-hmm.
These are things that I have to tell myself when I see those lights. I don't get pulled over often though. You know what I'm saying? I never dealt with any type of like, I'm gonna knock on wood when I'm saying this.
Right.
I never dealt with any like police brutality in my life or seen it, but it's just like seen it like in front of me, really. But I'm aware of it. I acknowledge it when I see it. But that just teaches me that I just have to like relax in those situations and not not be impulsive. You know what I'm saying?
That's unfortunate.
And acknowledge the fact that there might have been something that I did wrong that could have gotten me pulled over. I try to look at that too, rather than being mad like, yo, I ain't even do nothing.
Yeah, off
Like,
rip.
Yeah.
You know what's so crazy? I've been held up at gunpoint with a gun to my head. I've been pulled over by the police.
Police?
By just two dudes in the hood. Just both ran up on me, put a gun to my head and just took what I had. And I've been pulled over by the police. I was more scared when I got pulled over by the police than when I had a gun to my head.
That's crazy.
Like, I didn't even think about it when they had a gun to my head. I was just like, yo, like F these dudes.
Yeah.
Like, but when I got pulled over by cops, which I've been pulled over, like I said, more than 20 times in my life.
You know what that is though, right? You knew that this dude, he just wants what you got. He don't want your life.
Correct.
Like,
Right.
He
this
had
cop,
he has a gun to my head.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm like, this
He
dude's
just
not
wants
going
what
to shoot
you
me.
got. Yeah.
Exactly.
that cop, he can care less about your life.
Exactly.
He's just like it's like turning
That-
off a light. It's just like
And that scares me more than anything, because I mean, I would love to be able to, like, who wouldn't want to have a relationship with the people that's supposed to serve, quote unquote, serve and protect us?
the racist
Like,
ones.
Well, I mean, just in general, like,
The exterminators out here.
You know, I wish the cops were all good. Like, I can call them when something happened, and that's who you want to protect the community.
That even sounds weird too.
You know what I'm saying? I
was
wish
like,
it
what?
was that way.
Like that was low key cringe hearing that. Like, no.
But it's not. I wasn't raised that way. But
Yeah,
I'm saying I wish it was that
I
way.
wasn't raised that way either. Was you raised that way?
About what?
Like, you know, like feeling like safe by the cops and shit like that. Like, you know, if anything happens, you call the cops. I was
really.
not raised that way at all.
Correct.
I was not raised that way. And it's not like my family was like anti-cops. It was just like you just follow the law and stay out of trouble.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, it wasn't even really a conversation like that.
Exactly.
I mean, you're taught in school, you know, police protect you and they make sure, blah, blah, blah. But now when you get older and you see all this shit happening, it's like, what the fuck? I can't come to
I
these
can
people.
only imagine how kids.
I'm
in
afraid if
school
I see
now-
cops.
Huh?
I'm afraid when I see cops.
I'm not afraid. I get
I'm-
disgusted.
I'm like, I don't even want to be around them. Like, the cops
Yeah.
are there, I'm all the way. Like, we going
I'm
that
not-
way.
yeah,
Like,
I'm not even gonna hold you. I don't even look at you.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to
Like-
even breathe their air. Like,
I don't even want to look at you.
nothing. Because it's like it's like you're afraid. Like, if I look at you the wrong way, it's going to be something.
I don't
Like,
even
I'm
feel
good.
that way. It's just like I don't know. Like it's just due to everything that I see, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And every time I see a cop, it don't matter whether you a good cop or not. It constantly reminds me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know. I can't unsee it now.